got here in the studio Mr. Chill and Gordy Johnson right here in the K106.3 Rock environment. Welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome back. I think the last time we spoke might have been during the International Offshore Powerboat Festival.
Ah, that's true.
Talking about fast boats and breaking the 100 club. Going fast on the water. And you guys were the stars of our Friday foreplay today. And if there's one thing we learned today as we rolled out just a small sliver of the Big Sugar catalog of choice cuts, I think we just barely scratched the surface. And that's a nice thing to know as a band, that you definitely got a lot of hits with which you can blow the doors off any given venue.
We got some choice cuts, and we're good at foreplay, so we're good.
See, the best of both worlds there. Sarnia, actually the first stop on your huge cross-Canada tour.
Yeah.
So you got the that first show energy getting ready to go.
And our first time in this room, and I think this is a new room for Sarnia too, isn't it, Rustic? This will be our first time playing in this venue, so we're really excited to get in there.
Yeah, you guys have played over at Imperial Theater before.
Yeah.
And
acoustic show there, Industry, when it was up and running. But yeah, no man, Rustic. We've heard rave reviews from other bands that we know, of course, who come through, and fans, same thing, are talking about the venue online. So
it's definitely a place where you can just increase that internal pressure with loud sound. I trust you guys have an 11 on the dial somewhere.
This is not the acoustic show. There's no banjo involved in the show tonight. No, this is fully electric show. And I should mention to you too that some tours, when you travel around, you always have an opening act. Mm-hmm. We like to support younger bands, baby bands. A lot of times it's their first time going out on tour, and we've done that over the years with bands like the Trews when they were a baby band, took them out. Nickelback when they were a baby band. Danko Jones when they were a baby band, took all these bands out. Our opening act on this tour is not a baby band. The opening act on this tour are like some of the biggest rock stars in Europe who've never come to Canada, and we toured with them last year, did a couple of runs with them in Europe, and we're like, would you guys even want to come to Canada? Because the fans are great. There's a ton of places to play that your agent will never tell you about because you're from Antwerp. But if you come to Canada with Big Sugar, you'll play like 40 cities that you've never heard of, and it's going to be amazing. Triggerfinger came from Belgium to do this whole tour with us. Let me just put some perspective on this. Remember last summer when Dave Grohl broke his leg, fell off a stage, had to cancel some shows?
Right.
Remember that?
Dave of Thrones, yeah.
Right. So in Holland, guess who they got to replace the Foo Fighters? Triggerfinger. So that's the first band on tonight. So I strongly recommend, if you want to get your face blown off to start your night, man, make sure and get there early and see this world-class headlining act that's actually deigned to open for us on this tour. It's putting some heat on Big Sugar, I don't mind telling you, man, because they're super heavy, and we're gonna have to bring our A game every night.
That is a ringing endorsement if I ever heard one. I am intrigued.
Yeah, they're killing. You got to check out Triggerfinger.
And not only that, but they're gonna be playing with the Jays game going on tonight. That's going to be on the screens over at Rustic, so you're not going to miss a second of Jay's action. You're going to have Triggerfinger from Antwerp, and of course, are you going to roll a couple of the new tracks from Calling All the Youth?
Yeah, Calling All the Youth is our new release, and lots of new music in the set tonight. Lots of old music too, but the way Big Sugar will do, we twist stuff up and playing some old stuff that fans haven't heard in a while. Taking some new takes on some old stuff as well. So we'd like to keep the show a little different every time we come back.
I'm looking forward to it. 2 thumbs up. And speaking of thumbs,
I have 2 thumbs.
You still have 2 thumbs.
I still have, but one's held on with gaffer tape right now. Man,
how did you do this? What happened?
At the end of the summer, what was I doing? I was washing dishes. I like to cook. I'm a really good cook too, and I got knife skills. I grew up in Windsor, so I know how to throw a knife around anyway. Yeah. But I got good knife skills. So I was chopping. So I was chopping, and at the end of after we had dinner, I was washing up the dishes, and I don't know, man. I just got soapy water. My hands were slippery, and I dropped my chef's knife, and it dropped onto my thumb.
What?
Yeah, it lacerated the tendon, cut through a bunch of nerves and muscle. It's right to the bone. And so I messed myself up royally.
Then what did you do?
6 days later, we played with AC/DC on Magnetic Hill in front of 50,000 people with my hand in a brace, bloody bandages, like, woohoo! For those about to rock with 9 fingers, I give you the 4-finger salute. That's all I got. What you gonna do? I wasn't gonna cancel that show, and it worked out fine. You know, I've just had to adapt my playing a little bit. But you're getting me on the
playing without an opposable thumb, you know?
Right.
It's amazing.
That whole evolutionary advantage that we had, yeah, it was temporarily without it. So, yeah, there were lower primates that could play guitar better than me for a while. But now I got it back, so it's working. I still have to wear some dressing on it and stuff, but yeah, it works now. I can play with it, so I'm like back to fully rocking.
Scars make the man. You know?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Chicks dig scars. It's all good. So, like I said, a very deep well from which to drink. And, of course, we're going to crank it up to 11 tonight. Jay's game. And, of course, Big Sugar with Trigger Finger. Doors open 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, and Pickers Alley. Can get your advance tickets there, ticketscene.ca. And always welcome here in the K106.3 rock environment. And come by one of these summers. We'll put you on a powerboat, get you up to 138 miles per hour, you know?
You know what, man? I don't know. I think I'm more about the slow boat. We get some kind of like party cruiser that'll just sort of like hover in the harbor. Yeah, I could do that.
Nice little pontoon, some lights, you know.
Dry land, I'll go as fast as you want. I can go fast on dry land, but on the water, I prefer to go slow.
I like it. A little bit of all right. Now, I've been itching to get a song on from the new album, Calling All the Youth, and a little taste of what to expect tonight, including the very deep catalog from Big Sugar. And what are we listening to here? What do we got?
This is the first single from Calling All the Youth called Just Can't Leave You Alone.
I just can't leave you alone. Which way is your way?